I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Court of Nightfall, Chapter 24. The Night Raven arrives above Apex's hideout, a ship in the center of the ocean. It's a massive thing of gray steel. You suit up in your mother's armor and slide Dad's token of strife onto your finger once more. When the spike of the ring pierces your flesh, it's the first time you do not wince. You embrace the pain and stand proud. You unlock your cockpit and stand. Below you are the smaller ships of the Dark Templars, ready to give their lives to end Apex's evil trafficking organization for good. You speak to your troops through the e-glass. What should I say? Inspire the troops? Inspire your commanders? Charge! All units, charge. Your warriors roar. You can feel the blood pumping inside you. Hopefully our grandfather's not setting us up. You leap from the Night Raven, spreading your wings and gliding for the ship. Crash into a guard patrolling the deck. In an instant, you're controlling him and entering his mind. Deactivate the security system. He walks away in a dazed stupor. You sneak around the ship in containers on the decks, finding another guard and grabbing him from behind. Hand over your badge, then find your quarters and go to sleep. You quickly grab the guard's security badge and use Evie's built-in scanner to grab his credentials. Hopefully, he has access you need. Evie, use the guard's identity to tap into the ship's security cameras. Accessing now. Images flash across your e-glass. Empty hallways, a cell of prisoners, a crowd of cheering people. Alert! Not all feeds are accessible. The login is of only a low-level security clearance. Damn. Well, we'll figure something out. For now, loop the camera feeds and keep me off the radar. Camera feeds now looping. To onlookers, the deck will appear empty for the next 10 minutes. Trix chimes in over your e-glass as you retract your wings and stay ready for stealth maneuvers. We're in position, Nightfall. Good. Let's get started. Below deck, Trix and TR have secured their boats to the side of the ship, burning holes through the metal to access the lower levels. A guard notices you, shouting to put your hands up. She holds a powerful-looking gun, and it's pointed at your chest. Mind control the guard. Quickly grab the guard by the arm, pushing your thoughts into hers. She enters a trance, going completely silent. You decide to give her instructions instead of putting her to sleep. The people in black belong on the ship. Lend them your support. Rain begins to fall. You descend to the decks below. Your first hurdle cleared. As soon as you enter the ship, two guards in dark armor raise their weapons. You rush them, grabbing them by the throats. I am an important client. I'm supposed to be here. They both nod and resume their watch, looking slightly dazed as a result of your powers. As you enter through the main doors, you are dropped into some kind of public spectacle. It seems like a sporting event. It's a massive arena in the belly of the ship with the drunk rich patrons cheering from the bleachers, vipers patrolling the halls. The cries and shouts of the thrilled spectators sicken you. They are Apex's customers. These bastards and their bottomless wallets are why Brooke and Ella were brought here and forced into that fighting pit. You stare into the arena, rage boiling inside you. What you see rattles you to the core. In it, two Zenith children's tattered clothes or ankles bound by thick chains are fighting to the death. One of them is no older than a 10. The force of his fire elemental powers bathes the stadium in sweltering heat as he takes aim at his opponent. On the other side of the arena is a girl. She's smaller than him and doesn't seem to have combat-related power. But nonetheless, she fights. She charges the burner, and they become a whirlwind of clawing fingernails, clanking chains, and scorched flesh as they fight for their lives. This is wrong. They're people. They're just children. This ends tonight. This ends here and now. You avert your eyes as you descend deeper into the depths of the ship of horrors. Finally, you arrive at an ornate wooden door. The letter A's, flowing cursive, is etched into the panel. Apex. If Apex were hiding anywhere, this would be the place. You enter, stepping into an elevated circular platform suspended above the cage, upon cage of weak, miserable Zenith children. The room is dark, but you're sure that something or someone is sealed within a single cage, larger than the other sitting in the center of the office. You are wary as you step deeper into the chic, modern office at the heart of the slaver's ship. You can see the visage of cloaked figure, the robe in tatters, and their back towards you. It's him, Apex. I'll demand a surrender. There's nowhere left for you to run, Ragathon. Give up. Apex laughs. It's the light touch of a woman. Before you can react, she's behind you. She plunges a blade into your side. Ragathon, you really thought it was Head Inquisitor all this time? Brooke. Ow! I'm Apex, of course. I told you I didn't like her ass. I told you. Collapse to your knees and cough up blood, the wound burning as Brooke laughs. The poison on the blade will dull your senses. See, you won't be able to escape. It'll incapacitate you completely before long. Suddenly realize Falcon wasn't who poisoned you during the first trial, and you weren't the only one who studies toxins under Murden. This can't be. I'll say nothing. You hold your side in pain as you breathe. Breath becomes labored. Brooke with a scowl. Nothing to say. Typical. The strong and silent act won't work on me, Nightfall. After all, we're old friends, aren't we, Scarlet Knight? She knows who I am. She laughs. It's a cold, harsh sound that echoes through the chamber. I am Apex. At least I am now. After slaughtering the man who called himself Apex before me, I donned his mantle and became what he could not. And what is that? The truth. I am the leader of one of the most powerful organizations on the planet. The wealthiest, most elite members of society beg for opportunities to attend my lavish events. I faced Apex in combat, in his own arena. It was just another match for me, his favorite toy. When I finished snapping his bones and tearing his eyes from the sockets, the Vipers knew they had a simple choice to make. Follow me or die. You realize she's no different than Snatcher. Brooke has formed an army with the power of fear. Ella. What happened to Ella? She laughs, kicking the cage in the corner. You can hear her rattling from within it. A pale girl in chains, cheeks sunken in, her body little more than bones, meets your gaze. She's hollow. There's no spark of recognition, no light in her eyes, only emptiness, and the shell of what was once Ella Conray. How could you? How could you do this to your own sister? I know you're upset, Scarlet. You always liked Ella better. Everyone did. Ella won you toys from festivals. Ella got you a lovely birthday gift. Ella this, Ella that. And when you saw me at the trials, what was the first thing you did? Oh, right. You asked about Ella. You know, it was the same at home. When a father would beat me, he would never touch his sweet Ella. He looked too much like his mother, or she looked too much like mother, while I remembered my father, of his own shortcomings. I had his rage, his power. A disgusting man playing favorites like that, a beautiful creature, he called her. When he arrived here, we had a new father, but he too played favorites, and he died all the same. I am Apex now, and I care little for beautiful creatures. This isn't you. Spit at her. You spit at her feet, cursing her name as you grit your teeth. I'll kill you for this, Brooke. You're a monster. She laughs, turning away from you. Just like the rest. You're only here for Ella. You crawl to her side, clutching her tattered cloak. I'm here for both of you. Then prove it. We could rule this world together, Scarlet. What do you mean? I am Princess of York. When I make my public debut, I'll be adored by the whole country. Royals are very in vogue nowadays. And I'm also Apex. I command the criminal underbelly of society. Every dealer, every swindler, every slaver, they all bow to me. You, Scarlet Knight, are the newest Initiate Knight. You'll rise through the ranks, join the Council someday. It's your family legacy, after all. And as Nightfall, you lead the largest, most heavily armed rebel organization assembled in the last century. Together, we could be queens. No, we could be emperors. She wants us to join forces. Stay quiet. With a pained groan, you avoid Brooke's gaze. Since you hesitate, she makes the decision for you. Yep, that's what I thought you'd say. All you did was groan. Like, what the hell? I wanted to, bide my time, wait for the troops or something. Two shackles fly from the shadows and grasp your arms. They drag you through the room and out into the hallway. Brooke follows you at your side. The thing about emperors is, there can only be one. I'm rolling my eyes right now. How predictable. Using your gravier powers, Brooke sends you soaring. You fly through the halls to the stadium and drop hard onto the sand. Brooke, Apex, stands on a pedestal above you, addressing the crowd. They're cheering for blood. Tonight we have a special treat. Two Nephilim will fight to the death for your amusement. Nightfall and her apprentice. You look across and see a bloodied man bound in the same chains you are. It's Zoran. His mask is gone, but his robes are drawn low over his face. As soon as the chains are released, he draws a sword and charges at the glass separating you from the audience. He convulses and falls to the ground. Nice try. It's electrified. The crowd laughs as he shakes himself from his stupor. You can feel the poison wearing off as the shackles around your arms fall off. I won't fight him, Brooke. You will, or you'll die. That's how we do things aboard my ship. The loser receives the gift of a swift death. But should you choose not to fight, I'll have you both electrocuted until you're nothing more than a smoldering pile of cooked flesh. And what happens to the winner? The winner lives to fight another day. In fact, they'll fight every day. In this very same pit. Zoran limps over to you, pulling your face forward to meet his. He looks tired and weak. Kill me, Scarlet. What? You have to be the one to live. I want you to kill me. I'm really hoping this is illusion of choice. Fight him. You draw your sword and prepare to fight. Get ready, Zoran. I'm going all out. Begin already. I'd like you to come down here so we could chop off your goddamn head. Zoran draws a sword and places it against his own throat, a glint reflecting off the sheer steel. What are you doing? Give me a chance to... Live, Scarlet. For both of us. Suddenly your world moves in slow motion. Zoran's wrist twitches, but in the same moment. You speed through the arena with your wings at full speed, slamming into him and grabbing a sword with both hands. You wrench it from its grasp and hold it high. And the crowd goes wild! Give it up, folks! Looks like we're in for an exciting match tonight. Zoran leaps back at you, trying to grab his sword. You toss around in the dirt and lower your voices to whispers. The Dark Templars will come rescue you soon. If you don't fight now, we both die. It's called play fighting, Zoran. Let us put on a show while we wait for our rescuers. Then let's give them a show. They'll know we're holding back. Then don't. You know you're stronger. Destroy with me, like it's a game. I don't. Who leads the Dark Templars, Zoran? Who is your commander? You, Nightfall. I order you to fight me, Count of Nightfall. He nods. You let go of his sword, standing and separating to the ends of the arena. Before you can blink, he charges and crashes into you, sending you flying. First, he swings a sword, landing a dozen imperceptible cuts on your arms and legs. You're powerless to stop him. Next, he uses his fists, hitting your chest and sending you careening across the pit as you get shocked against the glass. Wipe your mouth and blood stains your hand. Kill her! Kill her, Nephilim! A flash of memory appears in your mind as the crowds around you blur. Think back to the conversation you had with your first mentor years ago. I don't think Brooke likes me. She always seems so upset when I'm around. No. He always had his hood up. Don't bullshit me. Brooke adores you, Scarlet. You inspired her. you, so much so that when you give your time to others, she feels sad and angry. But we spend so much time together. Your bond is not as strong as the one between you and Jax. She can sense it. We're friends. You're more than friends. You are two spirits, your paths drawn together and intertwined. Such a bond does not happen often. It rarely breaks. And though others may leave, you and Jax will never part from each other. As he looks away, the memory fades. A foot smashes into your face, sending you rolling through the sound. You look up and see a face in the crowd, younger, brighter than the rest, wearing a hooded cloak. You recognize the blue of his eyes. Jax. Is that Jax? The sand beneath you collapses, and you feel yourself being sucked into the pit, like quicksand. Shit, I'll try to use my wings. You flap your wings, but it's no use. You feel your strength failing as your wings get caught in the sand around you. Oh no, As you continue to fall, two hands grab your arms out of the air. You look to see TR and Trix holding you steady. Let's get out of here, Nightfall. Above you, Brooke screams and the glass shatters. She jumps from her pedestal, diving towards you. Jax dashes in from the crowd and takes off like a jet, slamming into Brooke and knocking her out of the sky. His misspelled cloak flies off and disappears into the crowd of onlookers. The two of them crash to the stadium walls and take their fight out to the open ocean far above the ship. They seem perfectly matched. What? Who's that crazy knight? Why are you in just a suit? Just never mind. He's the man I love, my best friend. Say nothing. You say nothing, quietly beaming at the thought of Jax coming to your rescue. I knew he wouldn't leave me. Zoran steadies himself and puts his mask back into place before joining you. Trix and TR guide you through the ship, leading you back to the main deck. We've evacuated almost all the Zeniths. We found a girl locked up in one of the lower decks. TR passes you an e-glass and you see a picture of Ella. You breathe a sigh of relief. Thank you. The Dark Templars have done a great job so far. Zoran is standing by with some other rebels, assisting them in securing the ships as the remaining refugees load onto the boat one by one. Trix turns to you. We have to get out of here, and Pretty Boy up there can't hold Apex off for long. I agree. Get the people out, Zoran. You leap into the night sky, reaching Jax mid-flight. Brooke is zipping around the sky, effortlessly tossing massive shipping containers as she goes. Nice night for a flight, isn't it, Sir Lux? Get the Zeniths and your people off the ship, Nightfall. I can hold her off, but I can't beat her. You're wrong. I know you can beat her. The container off the ship's deck groans as it lifts into the sky and flies through the air, and Jax dodges it as it crashes into the waves below. She's stronger than everyone here, and what's worse is she won't hold still. I can't get a beat on her. No, she's not stronger than everyone here. Rushes back into the fray, exchanging sword clashes with Brooke before he throws him back into the wall in your direction. You catch him with thud to stop his momentum. Listen, you ever play Orders, Jaxton? Yeah, it's a game for children. Then you'll have no trouble. Let's play. I need you to be Teutonic. Freeze her in place. And you? I'll be a Templar. Don't give up yet. I'll be supporting you from the shadows. Jax and Brooke rise higher and move faster in the sky. Too fast even for your Nephilim body to keep up. They are both highly trained graviers, attacking at full power. You pull in your wings and hit the deck hard, ducking and dodging around debris while you plan your next move. Brooke soars away as another container speeds through the air. Jax dodges, but a crate swipes his leg and he goes down. Looks like he can't get close to her. As long as she's playing defensively, I'll have to... Try Distractor Missile. Spread your wings and focus your gaze on the battle scene above you. Brooke and Jax crash into each other hard. The impact sends a wave of power across the sky. You wonder if they ever will tire. But you squint and realize that Jax has finally done it. Brooke is immobilized. He has her in a tight hold, and she struggles under his grasp. He did it. Now she's frozen in place. Now I can... Jax! Brooke! Your friends are falling from the sky at breakneck pace, straight down, picking up massive amounts of speed. Jax is using all of his power to hold her still, and she's using all of hers to stop him. They can't stay afloat. I need to act now. Leap into the air and race to reach them. Brooke's floating debris begins to fall as panic and exhaustion sets in. As she falls, Brooke reaches for you. Your eyes meet as your fingers graze hers. The touch is full of energy and emotion. But before you can act, a shipping container Brooke had been levitating above her head with her grab your powers comes crashing down on top of all three of you. The cold metal heats as it falls, and it sends you, Brooke, and Jax crashing to the ship deck. Wood splinters, and you hear a shriek from next to you. You fight to stay conscious. You must. The pain is incredible, but miraculously you're able to move your body right away. In fact, it looks like you absorbed the brunt of the impact. Your Nephilim body was able to withstand being in the center of the crate. Brooke and Jax were only clipped by the edges. As your senses return, you look around. Jax is missing, but Brooke is lying by your side. She's lying flat on the deck, catching her breath. I should have known he would help you. I should have known. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. You put your plan into motion. Suddenly, ropes twist through the air. They bind Brooke against her will, forcing her upright against a nearby container. What? Who's this? You are. When we touched in the sky, I used my power. I took control of your abilities. As a Nephilim, I can control others with a simple touch. You're chaining yourself up, and you're about to end this battle. What? No one on the ship was as strong as you, Brooke. No one else could beat you. Scarlet, please. A blade impales her through the chest. You watch the life drain from the eyes of Apex, your childhood friend. Jax lands between you, ripping his blade from Brooke's chest. He looks at you. Go, before the orders find you. Jax. Look around you, Nightfall. The ship is full of holes from the battle. It's sinking fast. You couldn't stay if you wanted to. I couldn't save the Zeniths from execution, but I can help now. That will be enough. He sheathes his blade and disappears into the fog, his power carrying him through the night sky. Close Brooke's eyes as the remains of the ship start to disappear under the waves. Whisper a prayer for your departed friend and board the Night Raven. God damn it, she's not a friend! You keep your promise. Apex is dead. And brought to you by this really derp app. Chapters! I'm shaking my fist. So with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And now description below links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, I hope you all did enjoy, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.